Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Earlier today, in one of my videos, I said that I will make a video on how I think 30 Ukrainians died trying to cross, supposedly, reportedly, the river Tisa. It's a river that is between Romania and Ukraine for a short distance. And they claim that 30 Ukrainians tried to cross that little river and supposedly they just drowned. Blah, 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 blah. I claim, not just because I come from Romania, but I claim they did not drown. I think they were mowed down. That's what I think. And I will make my case by showing you from satellite views, pictures, how wide the river is, how big it is. I will show you the river Tisa. It originates in Ukraine, a short distance from the border with Romania, and then it goes 900 kilometers. That's how long it is. I'm not talking about Tisa, where it flows into the Danube River. It's big. I'm talking about a Tisa that is at its conception, at the beginning. It's narrow, not deep. I will show you. You can drown on that one. Hold your horses. I have an article here, and I have some information on Tisa. I have some maps, and we're going to work working on the maps, and we're going to compare the width of this river as it leaves the border of Romania and Ukraine. It goes back in Ukraine and it goes into Hungary. So I will show you compared with the highway, not freeway, two-way highway. You know how a two-way highway, how wide it is. We're going to compare with that. We're going to compare with houses. We're going to compare with the river, with the rocks that you see in the river. The water go around. It's not deep. Now, let's start with the article first. Okay? Okay. 30 men have died trying to leave Ukraine to avoid fighting since war started. They just died trying to leave. Why do they avoid fighting? Well, many reasons. One, some of them are cowards. We are afraid. Sometimes, we are afraid, and then instead of fighting, we leave, we run. The other flee. The other one is we don't want to fight for the guys supposedly in charge of my country. The other ones where we don't want to fight for them and for the guys who sponsor the guys, corrupt guys leading my country. Or maybe I don't want to fight the Russians, or maybe I don't want to fight at all just because I don't want to fight. Many reasons. Maybe I'm thinking of my family, my children, my wife, or my wives. I'm just kidding. So let's go to this article. So 30 men have died. Kiev, about 30 Ukrainian men have died trying to illegally cross Ukraine's borders and avoid fighting in a war against Russia, which started in 2022, a spokesman for the Ukraine's border services told Ukraine Foreign News Agency. Right here. Some lost their lives while attempting to cross a mountain river. I'm going to show you the mountain river, or traverse mountains. Well, it's a different story, man. Here. Overall, since the full-scale invasion began, about 30 people have died attempting to illegally cross the border. With some exceptions, Ukrainian men between the age of 18 and 60 are not allowed to leave the country as they may be mobilized to fight, according to Ukraine's martial law. It says here, on Monday, the State Border Guard Services said in a statement on social media that 24 men alone, 24, have died while trying to cross the Tisa River on Ukraine's border with Romania. Well. Let's see Tisa River. Okay, how should we start? With what? Let's start with a map of Europe. All right, so this is a map of Europe. We start from far away. Here is Romania. Here is Ukraine, Hungary. It's not yet. Hungary again. Ukraine. This is Hungary, Slovakia. So the river Tisa is, if you see my cursor here, originates there. It goes like this. This is the border between Romania. I'm going to show you a different detailed, closer map, okay? Goes like this, and then crosses Hungary, and then goes down here, and it goes into the Danube River, and it flows into the sea. So we're talking about this little portion here. This is a little one. little map. Now, here it's a better map, and I'm not done here. I'm going to show you more, don't worry. So here is the only portion that this Tisa River originates here. Remember, all this, let me make it bigger, from here, from the beginning to the end, is about right there. 1,000, almost 1,000 kilometers. 1,000 kilometers. So we go back here. So from here to here, actually down is, it doesn't show it, it should go lower to go to the, actually here, to Saget, the Danube. Anyway, where is that at? Lost here? No, it meets right here. Yeah, it meets right here, the Danube. So it meets right here, the Danube River. From Danube River goes like this, blah, blah, blah. So from there to there, as I said, it's about 1,000 kilometers. So what do you think this distance is where they joined? Well, this is where the 24 people died. It is 70 kilometers? 70 maybe? No, it can't be. You divide this by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By 10, there's about, I would say, from here to here, the joint border where Tisa borders Romania and Ukraine. This is about, I don't know, 40 kilometers, let's say 40 kilometers. So remember, we have 40 kilometers between these two countries. Let me show you another map here. I hope it goes to where I want to go. Yeah. Again, to show where that is, it is right this portion. This is Romania here, obviously. Romania, this is Ukraine. So this is the portion where the river Tisa borders Romania, and I think this is it right here. This is it. It comes from there somewhere, and it goes here and then goes back to Ukraine, and then it flows into Hungary. All right, so this is it. I think that's correct to say that. And we're going to go now on this map. We're going to go in this corner where I showed you. Where did I show you? Bear with me. This portion here. So I'm going to go now and I'm going to show you this area where they meet between Ukraine and Romania. Again, this area right here is going to be the one that you see this little mark here. La Râmezi. La Râmezi, this is a town where the Tisa River, which is this, is going to leave the common border right here. It's going to go somewhere else. It's going to go somewhere else. From here, it's not going to go into Romania. Here is Ukraine, Romania, but it leaves, it goes to Ukraine. So this is the biggest, the thickest, the widest. Here is the widest part of a Tisa, right here, coming from, remember, from here, and it originates somewhere, here. So as you see, the Tisa River. So this, it gets from the mountains here, goes down, we have this little portion. This is what we're going to look into. Now let's go and show you at it the biggest portion, how big this Tisa River is. You see it? You already can see the banks of the river. These are the banks you're going to drown on this one. Now, I'm not saying there's some tards out there that could, die, but you see here, these are the rocks. These are the rocks over here. So that tells me here, this is not deep. This is not deep here. I don't think it has a meter, 3 feet deep. I don't think so. But I'm going to go and show you compared with a highway. Right here, this is a little highway, and this is Tisa. This is it. Look at how thick the highway is. So it's about what? This is the two-way highway. Would be about 4 highways. No, this is how wide it is at the most. And you have the bank here. Now you can say, well, depends, man. Tisa, floods. Yeah, it floods down there in the south, but here it doesn't have tributaries. Tributary rivers to have it flood here. It doesn't have enough. Again, look how small it is compared with the highway. And this is the deepest one. And here, you see this? These are rocks. You can walk here with your shoes on and don't get wet. Right here. Because you see the white stuff on top of the little waves made by the rocks. So this is a very, very shallow water. So this, and remember, here is where they're still together. Romania and Ukrainska. You want to go here? Look about this one. From here you jump here, from here you jump here. Yeah, I think I think I made my point. I don't have to go. I can go to, let's say, Tisa River in Szeged. Let's say if I go to Szeged somewhere, if I find it, Gyula, I'll take Arad. If I show you to Szeged, maybe Novi Sad, Szeged, right here. I think it flows to Szeged. I'm going to show you how big it is here. Now, this is a different story, a Tisa River. Now, this is a river, right? Is it? This shows like calm, doesn't show any blah, 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 blah. That means, look at that. This is big, but this is what? 800 kilometers from the point I showed you, compare it with highways around. This is a big river here. I understand this one, but not the first garbage. I don't understand. I disagree with the Debrecen, with this one right here. And this is, I took it at the lowest, at the biggest part. But let's try to look at it at its let's say where it enters, where they meet. About, you can find here Tisa is not even. But cat, we're not on it yet. The cat is here, wants something. Trying to find out where they, right here. This is where Tisa flows and becomes the border. This is a highway here. And this is what, cat? You want to come up? Want to come up? Look, that's a house. Those are houses. This is Tisa. I fucking don't have to make my point anymore. So this is where it enters. That's where it goes. So I know that certain countries, they shoot the invaders. They shoot the guys who try to escape, defect. I know Romanians. I personally know Romanians who during the Ceausescu's times, communist, blah, 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 they crossed the river and they got shot at by the Romanian border guards, by the Romanians. So they shot in the Danube River as they were crossing, swimming into Yugoslavia at that time. Because if you were crossing into Yugoslavia was a communist country, but it was an unaligned country. Therefore, from there, you could go and immigrate to the United States of America, Canada, Australia, Germany, Sweden. I mention all these countries because I know people, Romanians, who did that in all these countries that I mentioned. Canada, United States, Sweden, and Australia, and other countries like that. They would go into lager, as they call it, and Germany, I know them, some over there too. So they were shot, the Romanians, boom, boom, boom. Do you think these guys are not, because it's illegal and it's martial law? I don't think these guys drown over there. I think they just got shot. That's my, if I want to switch into full retard, yeah, man, they just drown over there. I mean, they just, I don't even know. Maybe while they were crossing the river, hit a rock and then fell and hit the head on the rock. That's, the water is like this deep or something. All right, I think I made my point. I think these guys were shot. I don't think any of these guys drowned. That's my assessment. They can tell me whatever they want. I ain't an imbecile, okay? I can play one. Yeah, man, they were like... Or anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, a cat, and be just.